Greetings you all. Myself Bhumika Pandey and I will be briefing you today on the Bare Act feature which are present in Manupatra. So let us start. As we know from the previous videos that the Bare Act feature is available to us in the TOC or the table of contents section. We will click on the central Bare Acts. This would show us the central, repealed and amending acts. Now if I click on alphabetical, then what I will get is all the acts they are arranged in the alphabetical order. Today, we will understand more about the same by using the example of the Bare Act of IPC or the Indian Penal Code. For that, I'll simply search for Indian Penal Code here. Now, the first feature which is available to us is the Act in vernacular. Here you get the option of accessing the important acts in Indian regional languages. For example, you will have all these additional languages which are present here like Bengali, Assamese, Urdu, etc. The next feature that we have is of the brief facts. And when I'll click this, you will get the following information like whether the act is in existence, date of assent, list of amending acts, etc. Next feature which we have is comparative chart feature. Here you will get the comparison of the current act with the act which it was earlier at the time of its enactment. You can also mail or print this document for your ease from the top right options. Another option which we have is the timeline of the act. It shows how many times the act is amended, and when you will click each amendment, like example, I'll click this, then you will get the information on what all amendments took place at that time in that specific amendment. Next one we have is the guideline of the act. This feature shows where all the guidelines were given in different cases for that particular act which you are viewing. It is bifurcated into two: Supreme Court cases where guidelines are given and High Court cases where the guidelines are given for this particular act. The next feature which we have is View Act in Single Doc, which helps to help the view the full act in one single place, which you can also print for your ease of working from top right option. Now, the next one which we have is a very interesting feature. So it's called Bare Act linking feature. Here, if you will click on view, you will get how IPC is connected to all the other acts and provisions and how they all are related. So what this feature helps us in is especially for competitions and law students in order to understand how one section is connected to the other. But this feature is available only for the major acts and not for all acts since it's recently been launched. Now, other than these features, there's something which is called blue flag. So a flag like this would mean that the date of the act is enacted and the date of enforcement is not notified yet. Now, we also have rules and regulations option available for some specific act which are related to it. Like you will see the rules once you will click the options. For example, I'll click here. So the rules are available to us. Now we also have rules and regulations in the Bare Act feature. So these are the rules, regulations, order scheme under this. When you will click on each one of them, you'll get whatever you are searching for. For example, bylaws, for example, from here, I mean, for example, bylaws, regulations, orders, etc. Now coming to the state Bare Acts, you will see a table of content option here under the same. When you'll click this, you get the acts and statutes of all the states and union territories which are arranged in the alphabetical order. Under this, you will find the index, the amending act, subject-wise act in which you can select the specific subject which you want to research on. And you can also select industry-wise act option, which helps in the industry-wise bifurcation for sorting out the Bare Acts accordingly. You also get an option to select the rules and regulations of the central and different states accordingly. So this was it for the walkthrough of the Bare Acts feature on Manupatra. See you in the next video. Until then, happy researching.